is presented.
All right, so that's really useful, and thank you, because I got some ideas there that I didn't have. So that's always nice to exchange in that way. Now, I promised to tell you what I've been thinking and the basis that I've been operating on, and here's basically what it is. I look at critical thinking for the time being as a set of skills that can be taught to students. And I've been looking into critical thinking for a few years now, and one of the things that I know is out there, particularly Peter Facione is an expert, and his group talks about not only critical thinking skills, but also a disposition or a personality that's open-minded, that's inquisitive. And so they include ideas such as being judicious, truth-seeking, confident in reasoning, analytical, and systematic as personality traits that may be, honestly, a little harder to foster, since personality is fairly set by the time you get to adulthood. So that makes for a very interesting discussion, and we could certainly assess it. I think it is possible that we could alter people's open-mindedness, let's say, and I think many of us try to do that. But for today, I'd just like to talk about the skills that I consider to be involved in critical thinking, and I'll kind of tell you why. And then in the last part, I'm just going to tell you a couple of things that I do in my classes to try to foster critical thinking, and maybe we can share ideas as well. Because honestly, as I was preparing this talk, I started thinking, am I really doing enough of that? And I have been inspired to try to find more ways to do it. Now, one of the things that you said reminded me of this cartoon a little bit that I found so cute. Here's the professor sort of expounding, and the students are all like, what is he or she talking about? And here the professor is questioning, and the students are all excited, and they're expounding. I thought that was a little bit in line with what you're talking about. Okay, so what I did to try to get the lay of the land on what skills are really involved in critical thinking, I looked at some of the experts and some of the tests that are out there. One of them, and I mentioned Peter Facione before, is the California Critical Thinking Skills Test. Now, we had this fellow as a guest speaker a few years ago on campus, and it was quite revealing what they've been doing in terms of critical thinking. Now, their manual has this list of 6 skills, but it also has a kind of another one. I was a little confused, I have to admit, as to which are their main ones, but let's stick with these. Analysis, inference, evaluation, explanation, interpretation, and self-regulation. And then compare that list. Again, these people have been doing this for years, and so we can consider them experts. And then another one, Harcourt has come out with the Watson-Glaser Critical Thinking Appraisal. They also have a list of skills that they measure with this critical thinking assessment. Notice that there's a lot of overlap here, which is kind of nice. So they have inference, recognition of assumptions, deduction, interpretation, and evaluation of arguments. Then, I don't know if you know about this, but at Long Beach City College, we